What is going on, y'all? So, the workout's beginning soon. We got about, well, not kind of soon, I guess. It got a little 20-minute drive, but it's leg day today. So, as per usual, we're going to be hitting leg extensions, hamstring curls. Well, maybe not hamstring curls today, but definitely the adductor machine, calf raises, all the good juicy stuff. But what we're also going to be hitting today is RDLs again. So, I'm trying to think last time. I don't think we hit RDLs last week. I'm pretty sure. Actually, we might have. But, if you guys want to see, like, my warm-up or something, like, before I do certain lifts or whatever, like chest day warm-up, back day warm-up, I can definitely tell you guys if you want, or I can just show you in some of the videos. But for right now, I'll just tell you unless you guys want me to show you. But basically, if you're trying to warm up your lower back, hamstrings and all that, get one of the lower back extensions where you have the pad like right at your hip, and then you can just hinge. And make sure you're bracing your core every rep, even if you're going weightless. But just do that for about 15 to 20 reps, and then go to lunges. And then you're going to do these things where you touch the ground, you sweep it up, and then you go right back up, and then you step forward again, sweep up the ground. They're called elephant walk, I'm pretty sure. I learned it from this guy on Instagram. It was just like it was called like the animal way to warm up. And essentially it was just like movements that look like animals, and that was like the elephant. It was like the what is this called, for the trunk? It looks like the trunk swinging down while you're walking. But yeah, there was a couple other ones. There was like a gorilla one that warmed up your shoulders and whatnot. But so pretty much it's just that, the lower back extensions, lunges, a little bit of squats, leg swings going this way, where you're just standing straight forward, and then you turn to the side and then you swing that way, where your legs swing in from the front to the back of you. And then it's about 25 reps of like just body weight calf raises, standing, not doing the full stretch or anything, just like kind of like explosive ones. I'm trying to think what else I kind of do. Then some arm swings. No matter kind of what you're doing, essentially, I would always like add arm swings in, just because you want everything loose. You want your arms loose even if you're doing leg day. You want your back loose even if you're doing chest. You always want everything to be loose, because if something's tight, I feel like you're just gonna essentially hurt yourself. Not maybe injury wise, but you're not gonna get the full gain out of each exercise. Because like I said, if something's super tight, I just feel like you're just like losing a lot of benefit that you could be gaining from the lift. And that doesn't mean you're not going to gain any benefit from not stretching or warming up. But I just feel like if you have a better range of motion available, why not take that? Like on rows, for example. If you were doing a rows and if you couldn't get the stretch portion part of the row, and you were only getting the squeeze because you literally couldn't get the stretch, you're not getting as much benefit. You're missing out on like 50-60% of the gains, right? Now, how important is the stretch? That's more scientific, and I'm not really going to go into that. But I think it's a 50-50 thing. Without the squeeze, personally, I'm a squeeze guy more than the stretch guy. Like, I like the feeling of a squeezing more than like a stretch. Both feel great, but overall, I think the stretching movement's probably better for you too, because stretching, when you're in the stretch portion, you're also stretching the muscle out, so you're getting more range of motion, right? That's why, comfortably, like on a lat chest supported row, if you go so far to where you keep feeling your lats and then you stop feeling your lats, that's when you pull back. But as far as your lats can go, just keep doing it. Just keep getting that stretch, keep getting that squeeze, and then just go. Same with legs and everything else. Just get a good feeling on each. Don't underdo something. Don't underdo the stretch and don't underdo the squeeze. All right. But you know what I'm saying, man? Just get in there and train hard at the end of the day, that's all I gotta say. And from yesterday, we're definitely never doing bench press. I hate the fact that I can't do that lift. Like, to be honest, like I was doing it in high school, my senior year. I was doing great. I was doing all great, fine, dandy, whatever it is. But, you know, can't do it now for some reason. I don't know if it's just because I hadn't done it for a while. But I was literally just doing 185, and my elbows felt like they were about to snap off the bone. You know, and that's not what we're going for in the gym. We're trying to, you know, micro tear muscles, not fully tear them off the bone. That wouldn't lead to extraordinary gains. That would lead to extraordinary, you know, I don't even know. But you know what I'm saying. But we're going to get into the gym now, and I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, so first exercise of the day is obviously we're going to be rehabbing our lower back and hamstrings, as you see here. But we're going to be going controlled and a little bit below the kneecaps. But make sure you're training hard and training heavy with these. But I would say train to failure. But if you're rehabbing just like me, just do as I did the following. Heavy, 6 reps, and about, 3 to 4 reps reserved. Straps are optional and probably preferred, but I was just doing this to help my grip as well. And now we have leg extensions. We have 2 sets. And the main thing that we're going to be doing is exploding up, keeping our feet flexed upwards towards the sky. That way we get the deepest stretch possible. If you have, you're doing the right exercise, but whenever you're doing the exercise, if you don't have your feet pointed to the sky, you're not going to get as much of like a contraction when you're in the stretch portion. So do that, but train to failure. And after you can't do normal reps, change it to rest pause. So you take a second, you like a 5-second break, and then you bang out a couple more reps. And now we're going to be working on the adductors. Really just going to be focusing on the inside part of our leg right here. I said here, like you guys seen what I was doing outside the camera or whatever. But, it's going to be focusing on the inside part of your leg. If you want to make it harder, do as I'm doing right now and lean forward. And then as it gets harder and more challenging, lean back to make it a little easier on yourself. It's like honestly adding like a drop set just because it's easier if you do it that way. But once again, train to failure for 2 sets. Now the calf extension part was broken. The seated calf raise, so we just kind of had to do what we had to do today. This isn't the best calf raise, possible, but since you do it weighted, you get like a really good contraction in the squeeze at the top, but not so much the stretch portion, which I was kind of surprised about. But you know what? It is what it is. But just one set today until failure. Howdy, lovely people. We are done. We are out of there. But the last exercise, the calf raise, did not go according to plan. I was going to do my seated calf raise, but when I did, it was okay. It was mainly just squeeze, and there was barely any stretch because the way I wanted to do it didn't really work out how I planned it to. So, you know what? It is what it is. I'm not going to complain about, something not going 100% my way because, the gym owner's really cool, so like I'm not gonna be mad at him. And it was something with, it's not even his fault. Like there was you can adjust like the leg thing, and unfortunately the leg height wasn't my height, so I wasn't able to do it on the seated calf raise. But it was like where you pull the pin out to adjust the leg thing. The thing was like jammed in there, and somebody had like ripped out and got the other thing stuck in there, so you couldn't move it up or down. But it was like jammed at this length. So if I was just like a couple inches taller, I would have been able to do it. But you know what? It is what it is. But overall today, man, I mean, it's a good leg day, But comparing our other leg days to the leg day that we had today was just different. Overall, just different. Not only because, overall, the intensity was great, but what was different about it is my intro workout. Now, you may be saying to yourself, what's intro workout? And I've explained this before, but I'll explain to you now, and once again. Intro workout is pretty much just carbohydrates in a quick drink. It's quick digesting carbs, candy, Gatorade, Powerade, Body Armor. I would probably go with Body Armor because it has a lot of potassium in it, and potassium is great for you, so it'll de-bloat you and stuff also while you're getting carbohydrates. So you have to have sugar, so it might, whatever. But you're gonna give yourself quick energy, and you're gonna be feeling a lot better because honestly, I didn't feel like I had to throw up today from the carbohydrates, and I was able to do just about as much, or maybe more than I usually would be able to without it. Because and you may be saying, if you're an old guy, you soft hands, oh, you need this drink to put you through the workout, you little soft hand sissy. No, it's just like, it's a booster, right? If I didn't have that, I'd be able to get through the workout just fine. But it's an enhancer. It's like caffeine. It's like a supplement almost. You can get through a workout and get started with the workout without caffeine and pre-workout and all that, but your workout's going to be significantly better with it, right? Like, why would you not want to make your workouts more intense, better overall? I just don't understand that, I'm trying to be all natural and, blah, blah, blah. It's like, dog, just do yourself a little favor, take a little caffeine, 100 to 150, maybe 200 milligrams, and give yourself some carbohydrates before and during your workout and after. That's all you need to do. I mean, that's not all you need to do, but that's like a main component of the training better. I just don't make yourself work harder than you have to. And I don't mean don't work harder in your sets. If you just have these little things, you don't have to work as hard, to get to that point, Like, would you rather feel fresh and ready for your next lift? Or would you rather feel like you're going to throw up during that lift, even before you start? That's just how I see it, You're not helping yourself at all if you don't do these things, right? And like I said, if you need to save on money, I didn't say this, but what I'm about to say is, if you need to save on money, fine, I get it. But a $3 drink, let's say you work out 4 days a week like I do, $12 a week, $48 a month. Can you not do that? That's literally just a Gatorade every day that you work out. Can you not do that? that's gonna help you so much more significantly. Like, I'm telling you guys, please, for yourself, do yourself a favor and please get yourself into a workout. I'm not even telling you to buy a supplement or anything. It's just buying yourself carbohydrates. There might be better supplements, or not supplements, better drinks other than Gatorade, because I know Gatorades have dyes and stuff in them, which is understandable if you don't want to drink those, because I'm a little, bigger person on like ingredients and whatnot. I think more than the average lifter. Like, I hate drinking dye stuff or eating dye stuff. I barely ever will. But if, like a Gatorade, if you drink one time, it's not going to hurt you, So, just do yourself a favor and just train smarter. At the end of the day, train smarter, and then you'll train better and harder. So, that's it for all y'all and me. I'm going to go munch on some food. I actually had to meal prep some food, but I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.